Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to the All Signs Zodiac Messages. What y'all need to hear this week. Hear, see, feel so that you start moving forward in life and start manifesting. So let's just actually jump right into it this week. Let's just get started. So, Aries, let's start with you. Okay, Aries, you're letting go of something from your past. You're letting go of an old way of being. It kind of looks like your old way of manifesting used to come from like kind of like vigilantly defending your sense of self-worth. Your no, I am worth this. No, I do deserve that. So you kind of this like you manifested from a protective state of yourself. But you're in the middle of this transition to starting to manifest based on the dream, based on the like, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it just feel so good if this happened? Wouldn't it be awesome? Isn't this just something that would be kind of like awe inspiring to do? So you're in the middle like that transition right now. And what I could tell you is like, just keep going. Okay. So it can feel like, wait, but where's my sense of I deserve that? Like that is going to kind of fall to the wayside because you're going to start leaning into manifesting just for the pleasure of it. And as you guys work through that transition, that life's going to get really good, Aries. So it's kind of like just give yourself that little bit of a wiggle room as you make this transition and just like know that it's of course this might feel awkward. I'm getting used to manifesting from a new way. I'm manifesting in a new way. So of course this feels a little awkward. Of course it feels a little new. So that's just kind of like your message, Aries. It's be okay that manifesting is going to feel different for you, but it's like once you kind of get that first big success of a manifestation, that's when you're gonna be like, "Oh, I've got it." And I think that's when you're gonna realize that you, like, graduated to a whole new level. So it's a pretty much keep going, be okay that it feels a little bit different. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Okay, let's go ahead and go on to Taurus. How are you, Debbie? Let's see if I can do the timestamps this time as I'm doing this. So I'm just seeing, guys, if I can timestamp as I go. Oh, you missed me? Um, I think I'm gonna do the show tomorrow, Debbie. Oh, I can't do the timestamps live as I go. Okay, I'll just have to remember to add them in afterwards. All right, Taurus. What is going on with Taurus? And guys, if you would like a personal read, I if you send in the $20 super chat with your question, I'll get to you in between the zodiac messages. Um, okay, but so Taurus, what you need to hear this week. Wow. Interesting, Taurus. Taurus, I want some comments afterwards about this. It kind of looks like you're going through like a very expansive state right now, Taurus. And I think you're having like a little bit of like a complete free bird experience right now. But I think you're starting to realize the value of like a sturdy, stable structure home life. I think you're starting to realize the value of that like settled home life. It really just looks like you're in the transition from wanting to be that complete free like, freedom to, like, more purpose and meaning. Um, I don't quite know how to word this. This is a very interesting message, Taurus. Um, you just used to really value freedom, and right now it looks like you 2 things are going on for you. There's a lot of spiritual expansion going on, like, just a lot of vibrational shifts that are happening, and it also looks like you're kind of starting to recognize the value of a structured home life. It's almost as if you're like wanting to manifest something a little bit longer term right now. Um like, how do I say it? Like, maybe when you were younger, you really just valued being able to go take off on trips. And now you're recognizing this is nice. I can do this my whole life. And I'm ready to manifest something that's like at home, like something that I know I'm committed to for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, maybe like the whole kids thing. Um, it's just like that, like you're yeah, you're just completely experiencing freedom right now and realizing you like it, but that's not what you want the rest of your life to look like or your whole life to look like. So you're just really ready to transition into more of like the contented, simple, home settled life. Um, so just like, gosh, be okay that you're in that transition point, Taurus, and just be okay that like it's okay that something that used to like look boring to you or trapping to you, maybe like the home life and the kids thing, it's okay for that to now like bring you excitement and enjoyment. So just be okay that you're gonna be in transition of like some things that used to bring you happiness aren't gonna bring you happiness anymore, and now new things are gonna bring you happiness. So just like you're just in a transition week. Okay, let's get to Debbie. So Debbie's, what is up with her love life? Well, I'm just gonna sneak peek. Oh, that is so interesting. It's definitely possible for you, Debbie. It's right there. It's like it's right there for you. Uh, Debbie, you have emotional contentment around you right now that you're not acknowledging. Um, so okay, it kind of feels like love has felt elusive to you, but honestly, you're not like acknowledging the love that's there. So this can be like when you have someone in your life, and if they are like calling you every day, but you're like, oh, but they only call me 10 minutes every day. They're not calling me 15 minutes every day. Yeah, this is very much about romantic love, Debbie. Everything I'm saying. So like the 10 of lotuses card is what's speaking the most to you right now. What about love do you feel like you can't acknowledge? Well, no, no. Okay. Okay, so that's the to get like anytime you manifest, you have to feel it before it's there, okay? So that means if you want romantic love, if you had your romantic lover, how would you feel? And I have my free mini law of attraction course that explains this step by step. But how would you feel if that guy were here, Debbie? Because you're not allowing yourself to feel into that. Instead, what you're complicating the hell out of it. You're making it maybe there's something from my past I gotta clean up. Why is it so confusing to allow it in? Feeling hopeless and defeated. Um, but in reality, you have a lot of emotional contentment and satisfaction around you right now. So that means if you want a lover, um, okay, feel safe, keep going. If you want a lover, you have to notice the love around you. Like I was even writing my little list today, but a lot of my list came from like this card, my like you have to notice the love around you, because the vibration, how else would you feel? Safe, how else? And those vibrations you have to build up every day. A lot of being in a long-term romantic relationship is the vibration of love too. So besides feeling safe and cultivating that vibration, you got to cultivate the love vibration. So can you just notice even teeny tiny acts of love that have happened in your life? Did the cashier say how was your day? That was so nice of them to ask me that during their busy day. Did someone happen to open the door for you when you were walking? That was so like that person extended a bit of their focus of their life to positively impact mine. That felt good. I'm feeling like 95% better, CZ Bunny. Um, so I don't have a lot of romantic love examples, but I'm like, "Oh my god, I love that my friend mailed me this card. This is such a beautiful card. I love the note they wrote in here. I love this other card from a different friend. I appreciate everyone who came out to celebrate my birthday with me." You have to activate that vibration beforehand. And like you're straight up not doing that. That's what your message is. A past guy friend said he only saw me as a friend, but that's not what I feel, so he gave me mixed messages. Okay. Okay, so I'll tell you what I'm gonna keep reading the cards for you. So the magician, it means that it's very much possible for you, Debbie. It's very possible for you. And like in the short term future, and you got the seven of trees. The seven of the trees means that you're like you, you're closer than you think, but it does tend to be like the stalled period where you don't see any results. Um, and like you're closer than you think to 10 of cups, which is emotional fulfillment, love, a good relationship. But the problem is like you're not focusing on you're not cultivating the vibrations. Does that make sense? Like that's your message. So your homework would literally be, how would I feel if I were in a romantic relationship? Well, I would feel safe. Well, you would feel warm, you would feel cozy. And then all those words, can you feel them in your body? And one exercise that helped me a lot was get your favorite guy, like your favorite like movie guy. Mine was Russell Crowe because that guy always played a family man. And just start asking yourself, if he were here right now, how would I feel? And just feel that feeling in your body. Well, I'd feel safer. If someone came to the door, he'd get it. Um, we would be cuddling right now. If my man were here, we would be cuddling. Like that's all you got to. Does that's your message, Debbie? Get that list of how would you feel if your Tom Selleck were here. I would feel safe. I would feel this. I would feel that. And then how do you focus on those vibrations in the smallest, simplest way possible? So, my favorite way to manifest a sense of success and achievement and like business success kind of quickly is like, well, I would feel successful. I would feel a sense of achievement if I got another client. And it's like, okay, what's the easiest way that I could feel achieved right now? I'm like, I could go vacuum my hallway. And as I'm back in my hallway, I'm like, "Oh my god, my hallway looks so much cleaner. I got some stuff done." So you could do it that way or the other way, you'll be able to watch the replay. The other way is if Tom Selleck were here, how would I feel? And just try to hold that feeling for like 30 seconds every day. So that's your message. All right, let's go on to yeah, what's up, Karina? How are you? Let's go to Gemini. What does Gemini need to hear, see, feel this week? So yeah, Debbie, rewatch the replay and feel free to come back and type in questions. But you're right there. Keep feeling hope in a good way, Karina. Okay, Gemini. It seems like a good way. We got a good smile there. Gemini, it's funny. I think you're manifesting money right now, Gemini. Right now, there's a little bit like too much focus on the material versus the satisfaction it's going to get you. If you're focused on like, I want that money because I want that diamond ring. I want that diamond ring. I want that diamond ring. You're too focused on the material and you're mad at like, I want the diamond ring. I want that vacation. I want to go to the Maldives. I want to go to Paris. I want to fly first class. When like instead you need to bring your focus to the feeling of enjoying each of those things. Oh my god, it's just if I had that diamond ring, that would be just such a status symbol for me. It would just be such a marker of financial success for me, and I'd get to see it every day in front of my face. Do you see that difference? One is the enjoyment that gets you, and that's what manifests, the emotional state exuding out of you. Um, and so, in short, you're kinda having to go from an insist and demand. You're having to go through, like, a little rebirth of how you manifest into a I'm just gonna admit it. I like this. I like it. I love it. I simply want it because it will feel good in the moment of having it. It'll be so good. So that's your shift. What happens if they don't make this shift, universe? You're still gonna get to where you wanna go, but you're just gonna struggle bus there. What happens if they listen to you, universe? Oh, interesting. If you listen, you're gonna firmly put to close the previous chapter of your life, and you're gonna stop wondering what if, because you're just gonna like transform and become a new person. So it's kind of like whatever it is that you're trying to manifest right now, the thing that you want, you're gonna get it either way. But if you take the advice that was given to you, you're gonna become a new person. Whereas the other way, you're not gonna become the new person, and you're gonna have to do that growth no matter what in your lifetime, whether you do it on this manifestation or a different one. And think of it this way, like, when people come to me because 'cause they're trying to manifest a career promotion, oftentimes they have to learn to present themselves in a new way. They have to present themselves differently to people, to themselves. They have to feel about themselves differently. Someone who is a admin sees themselves different than an HR manager. An HR manager sees themselves and presents themselves differently than an HR director. Um, so you're gonna get what you want, but how are you gonna feel along the way? And are you gonna go through like your next kind of personal growth or spiritual evolution while you do it? Um, okay, so let's go to Cancer. Man, I may not be able to get through all signs. Cancer. Whoa, Cancer. Okay, what does Cancer need to hear, see, feel, know this week? Um, y- you got to process and deal. You got to you have to allow yourself to be sad, Cancer, because I think like right now you're trying to like rush past the sadness. You're kind of just trying to know I'm in love with life. I'm composing life. Just don't think the negative thought. Just think positive. And it's just like be sad. Allow yourself to be sad because once you allow yourself to be sad, that's when things are are picking up. So let's just say, if you're manifesting love and the little kind of personal one that we did for Debbie resonated with you earlier, and we did it after Taurus for those of you watching the replay. Um, you just want to let yourself just be say, I actually do feel really sad that I'm single right now. I feel really sad that I didn't call in and manifest a lover sooner. And that's okay for me to feel that way because I know I would rather feel as if my Tom Selleck is here. Because if he were here, we'd be cuddling right now. We'd be watching a TV show together. We'd be kissing. Ah, it feels so good. I'd love to share a meal with someone. That's when the pace picks up. But right now, you're kind of trying to like ignore the sadness and go straight from here. But a vibe is a vibe. You Law of attraction isn't about only thinking positive thoughts. Law of attraction is about where do you want to be? Where are you at? And then just take one step closer to it. And I would love to be in a loving, committed relationship. And right now, I just feel really sad. And that's okay for me to feel there because it's the universe's job to get me there. That's step two, law of attraction. That's their job. And my course at kellylunt.com/free gifts explains all of this. It's a free mini gift. It's okay for me to feel sad and still get there. I know along the way I'm going to feel better about the topic, feel better about the topic in general, feel better about receiving the topic, feel better about holding and keeping on to the topic. It's just going to feel so good when it comes in. And at some point, I'm going to feel higher vibe on this. My inner being is guiding this, and I'm simply allowing my vibrations to shift and change so that I get on the upper half of the scale on this topic. That's going to be part of the journey. Of course, I'd love for the journey to have a sense of swiftness to it because I would just love to be there. I'd love to be cuddled. I would love to be cuddling. I'd love to be getting kisses on the cheek. I'd love to have someone to focus positively on and sweetly on. It would feel so good. Okay, so law of attraction is not about not having low vibe emotions. It's about knowing that they don't stop you from manifesting good stuff and that it's about being fully authentic and that the universe is still going to bring it in. All right, let's go into Leo. Yeah, these are going to be a little bit shorter messages, guys. I'm still kind of my little throat is still recovering. Someone to help me around the house. Oh, yeah. See, you got it, Debbie. This is the kind of stuff that your personal message was about. Someone to help me around the house, someone to just get that little joy and spark every day, someone who gives me a little bit of a, you know what, I'm going to want to have this house cleaner when I got a gorgeous man coming over. Um, you got it. Oh, interesting, Leo. Yeah, I want that little jump in my step, that little skip, just that little bit of a ooh, that little bit of excitement and giddiness is what I'm looking for. And someone to focus on. I want someone to like cook their favorite meal for. I want someone to focus on and shine love through me on. It's fun to focus on someone. Okay, you got it. Leo. Well, Leo, I think you're opening up to like new pathways and new ways of being. I think you're a little annoyed and a little tired of how much like fight energy and how much tension there are in your current relationships. So it kind of seems like right now you're manifesting um a s- a softer, a more beautiful feel in your relationships and I think it's romantic for sure, Leo. And you're also manifesting wanting to feel passion and drive again. Um I think you kinda got caught in, like, the day-to-day of life, and I think you've hit like, a pinnacle of success, and you're kinda like "But this is it, but this is it." And I just think that you're don't worry about your career life right now. Like, that's gonna be fine. Just enjoy it for the money and the stability it brings in for you. Because I think a lot of your manifestations you're focused on right now are about, like, how to get rid of tension in your romantic relationships, how to let go of that fight. It's you versus me. You either get your need met or I either get my need met. No, no. You gotta learn to have that, like, win-win. How do we get our needs met? I understand that, like and even if it says, like, "I wanna cuddle every single day, 5 hours a day," whoa, I got about 2 hours a day in me. Okay. How do you navigate the problem together to find a third solution that works for both of you? Because maybe they don't need that cuddling up on the couch 5 hours. Maybe for them, you could do what's called body doubling, where you both just, like, sit on the couch and do your work next to each other. Maybe, you like, just feet touching, or maybe, like, a little cuddle session in the morning. Maybe if you have a job where you can go home, see him at lunch, just those 2 little check-ins, and they might not need that full 5 hours. So, it's you're manifesting a softer, more beautiful feeling in your relationships, and Leo, I think that's gonna be a little bit more challenging for you than you think it's gonna be, but it's gonna be worth it. So your job is just to focus on universe, show me what it feels like to feel softer in my body while I'm with my partner. Show me what it feels like to feel softer in my body, to feel a more beautiful, harmonious love in my relationships and just hold that feeling so you can start manifesting it in. And they'll be the ones, then you'll be guided to the books you need to read, the coaches you need to hire, the free YouTube videos you need to be able to obtain that for yourself. All right, let's go to Virgo. I cried a little when I was writing part of the list. Oh, good. You want to release that That's what's going to happen, Debbie. You need to release that resistance. Okay, this was Virgo, right? Oh, Virgo. Virgo, you're starting a whole new journey because, quite frankly, you're a little disappointed with where you're at in life. And I don't know if it's you're disappointed where you're at in life, but it might also be You're a little disappointed that you haven't gotten what you wanted yet. So you're gonna go through, I don't want to use the word transient, but you're gonna go through a phase where you're just gonna kind of be open to exploring. It's like your focus is shifted on, okay, I'm starting a new journey. I get it. I'm not exactly where I want to be, or I get it. I didn't get the result that I wanted. Um, but I just got to be happy. So I think you're going to start exploring with allowing in new things to make you happy. Yeah, and that's you're gonna find peace and content that way. It's kinda like that moment where someone's been, like, strangling a manifestation to death. "I want my person, I want my person, I want my person, I want my person, I want my person. Where's my person? Guys, I don't have my person here, I'm not happy." And then you just kinda go, "Okay, it's almost like it doesn't matter if they're here or not. I gotta be happy." And then that's when you like, "Oh, maybe I should go to a pickleball class. Oh, maybe I should go to this dance thing." And that's when you're gonna get peace and, like, vibrationally reset and neutral to then be open up to more things. These are definitely short and sweet messages. All right, Libra. What does Libra need to hear this week? Your oldest is visiting from Alaska? That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, Libra. Uh, Libra, you're overcomplicating this new start, and you're getting in your head trying to figure stuff out, trying to avoid disaster. Remember, manifestations are as simple as, what is it that you desire? How would you feel if it were in here? And you hold that feeling, and then the universe will guide you. So it could be, right? There's so many different ways I can run this business. I could do TikTok, I could do Instagram, I could do Pinterest, I could do Facebook groups, I could do ads, I could do organic. Apparently, Chat GPT is becoming the new way to sell products and stuff. So I can make it more complicated. It has to be, oh, there's so much I have to learn. There's so many things I have to do. What if I pick the wrong way and I become a master of the wrong thing and I really should have been on LinkedIn this whole time? That's step two. That's the universe's job. Hold the vibration. I'm a successful law of attraction teacher. Hold the vibration. Your job is to hold it every day, 30, 60 seconds. And then you're going to get your idea. It's going to be, go live. Do your weekly reading right now. Go live. Do it every Sunday at this time. And then when you get your inspired idea, you then do have to prioritize that. And, maybe for me, it's, I should be doing this every Sunday at like around 11 a.m., right? Then you have to prioritize and cherish that inspired action and start doing it every Sunday because your inner being knows the best platform to be on, the best time to get like an audience. So you got to let the universe do the universe's job. Your job is to hold the vibration of it and take action when you get inspired ideas. Okay, let's go to Scorpio. Oh, Scorpio, interesting. You just completed a major cycle in your life and you're not acknowledging it. You're not acknowledging it. There's just a little bit of a wait, 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 hold on. Maybe there's something still holding me back instead of, I graduated. I completed that. It's time for me to move forward. It's okay for me to have a good mood vibration as I go forward. It's okay for me to start to feel good. Like you're on the starting to feel good side of your journey and you're not acknowledging it yet. It's okay to feel good. It's okay to have success. And it's okay to be having an easier time of life than other people are having right now. And it's okay for you to enjoy. That's your next step in life is to learn how to like enjoy when others might be suffering. Let's go to Sagittarius. Do I sound like all stuffy? Oh, Sagittarius. Well, you want relationships, that's for sure, and love. Um, I think for you, Sagittarius, Debbie, I think for you, Sagittarius, there's a little bit of needing to feel into the vibration of just good old companionship, fun people to do fun things with, cool people to do cool things with, a running buddy, that best friend to meet me at yoga after work, um, someone to play with, someone to like learn a hobby with, someone to just work out with every Wednesday together. Um, you're like entering into like a new stage of your life. And the best way to manifest relationships in general right now is to really sink into I want that companion. You know, when you're a little kid, you want to go to the pool with someone. You want someone to go on the roller coaster ride with you. So it's admitting that you want that. I want the person who's gonna play with me, who's gonna go to the park with me, but, you know, like, the adult version of that. I want someone who likes good fine dining food. I wanna go to the nice higher all the nice high restaurants in my city and with someone who's a foodie and appreciates it. I wanna start going to the dance clubs. I wanna start doing this or that. Um, yeah, so that's what you need right now for your manifestation. That's where you're like, "Why am I not getting it? What do I do? I need perfect clarity on my manifestation." You just need to admit the companionship side of it that you want. Okay, Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to hear this week? Oh, 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 Capricorn. Um, my strategy is coming. My strategy is coming. I think you're in a little bit of pain around something from your past, around your business or your money making thing. And it's okay to have a sad feeling as you still manifest greatness. I do feel a little sad. There's just something around sadness around business and money from your past. And like, it's okay that that's there. It's okay that that's there. I can still manifest greatness. I can still manifest good things. I can still enjoy parts of my business. My vibration on my business can rise day by day. My inner being can be guiding a lot of this shift. That one day I'm just going to wake up and be like, oh my God, I love my business. I love how I make money. This is smoothing out. My strategy is coming. It's like be okay that the form of exactly what your money making thing is still coming to you. And honestly, right now, be a little open to love because you've got. It looks like you got a couple opportunities for like romantic love, Capricorn. So you got to be a little open there and just allow yourself to know that like it's okay for your money making side to be gaining clarity and direction and a positive twist as you allow yourself to like fall in love. It's very much possible to have love even though you might be feeling disappointed where your money making is right now. And it is kind of part of like it is your next kind of major milestone in life to like allow in this love, Capricorn. I'm allowing in love. I'm expanding. When I meet someone, I'm going to allow myself to expand. It's going to be an easy yes, the easiest yes I've ever had. It's going to be the smoothest, easiest relationship of my life. I'm going to be able to say yes to good things. I'm going to be able to more positively focus on the positive aspects of the relationship. I'm just going to allow myself to feel good as good as I can as it expands. I'm going to allow myself to see love when it's there, to feel it, to appreciate it, to just enjoy it when it's there. And just, like, make sure to be in the moment, like, now is good. Now is good. Because literally, like, your next step is to allow love in as your money situation is improving. These are some interesting messages coming out this week. Alright, let's go to Aquarius. Whoa, Aquarius, Jesus. Ooh, bet you want Capricorn's read right now. Um, Aquarius. You have I I think right now you're experiencing like sleepless nights. I think you're experiencing a surge of energy, maybe overwhelm. Like that. It's just like the energy that's like bursting out of you and you don't have somewhere productive to channel it. I do kind of Aquarius, I am just the messenger man. I think you need a tiny bit more physical activity in your life. Um, like it's gonna help release some of that excess energy that you have. And some of it is your turbulent emotional energy that you have. And some of it is just that like surge of energy that you feel in your body. Um, You might feel as a surge of energy. Some of you might experience it as overwhelm, racing thoughts that can't stop. Going, and I think it's a little bit like kind of I don't want to say like vigorous as in like hit, but like some moderate. Like get your heart pumping a little and get like a little bit of sweat coming out. I mean, if you want to do like the cheat code and just hit the sauna, that's going to help you release so much more of your energy than you think it will. And a lot of this is you're in this transition veil, okay? You're in this transition into allowing yourself to enjoy life, even though others might not be. So this is kind of like, I guess a good example that I always like to use is like a doctor. Doctors tend to see people when they're like at their worst. So for them, like their world could be like, oh my God, everyone's just suffering. The world sucks. There's so much suffering all around. No, it's your profession is you're only seeing people who are at their worst. You don't see people when they're healthy. They don't come in, that's not people don't go see a doctor when they're healthy and feeling good and sharing here to share my good news. So but if you were to go see a doctor, and even if you are a doctor, put yourself in the shoes. Like if you had to go see a doctor, do you want a doctor who's, yeah, life sucks. There's no point of trying to heal you or help you. Or do you want the doctor who's like able to, hey, yeah, I've chosen, this is the profession I've chosen. I've chosen to help people who are in bad spots. So how can I best help you? So it's recognizing that you're of more value and more service to other people, the higher vibe you allow yourself to be at. And it's not that when someone's telling you bad news, like maybe your therapist, it's like, "Oh, I'm so glad that, you know, this bad thing happened to your family. I'm happy though." No, it's okay for you to have a happy life that you enjoy. It's okay for you to enjoy that you get to hold space for someone to open up and share their emotions and have a safe space where they can share it without being judged. I'm happy that I could create this safe space for them. I'm happy that we have a good relationship and that they trust me enough to open up with this information. I'm happy that they have an outlet for this. And I'm happy that this is somewhere that they can just release and then hopefully move on up to higher vibes in time. I'm happy that I get to be a part of their journey. So you don't have to be like, I'm so glad this bad thing happened to you and your family. No. But it's okay for you to be at a different vibe than someone else. Like think of it this way, Aquarius. When you're on a backpacking trip with a group, everyone has to have a backpack carrying stuff, right? And if you're stronger and your backpack's bigger, you can take some of the stuff from other people's backpacks. You're not going to be able to carry two backpacks on your back, though. You can't carry two backpacks. You were designed to carry your life load, not your life load and someone else's. But I can shoulder it. I had a better childhood, a better upbringing. And that's their life journey. That's their backpack. That's their burden to carry. That's their emotional growth to come through. A lot of times when you feel bad for someone else, it's because if you were in their shoes, you would feel away. They don't feel half as bad as you would in their shoes. They came down to go through the expansion of whatever it is they're expanding through. So let them live their life. Let them live their journey. Because if you were, let's use an example of backpacking. If you take someone else's backpack and put one in front of you, one in back, what if you guys were only going down this path for this way? And like when you get to the fork in the road, they're like, I want to go right. And you're like, well, I can't let you carry your backpack. They're like, "But I wanna go to the right, you wanna go left." You're like, "Well, I'm going this way." You see? Like, you can't carry their backpack for them. You gotta let them go on their path. Okay, Pisces. If anyone else wants a mini read, now would be a great time to smash that super chat button. And I will get to you after this last read. Um, okay, so Pisces. Pisces, it's okay for you to start it's okay for you to be, like, intentional. You're outgrowing a starting point in life. You're growing past your parents, your childhood, the life that you were born into. So it's okay for you to start being a little bit more intentional and specific in your manifestations. Like it's okay for you to maybe manifest something that wasn't okay, that like your parents maybe shamed when you were growing up. You're like, you know what? They never wanted that, but I want it. Um, and it's once you start being willing to be more intentional, but more specific in your manifestations, because there's sometimes in manifestations, it's good to be like, I run a successful business. I run a successful business and I love the clients I work with. And then the universe will, bring you some clients. Being more specific would be, you know what? I really want people who want to go on a 6-month journey with me. Someone who's ready for a 6-month transformation and growth. And I want the person who wants it all in a day. I want to manifest VIP intensives. So wherever you're at in this manifestation, it's okay for you to start getting more specific. You have the know-how, you have the mental, emotional, energetic capacity. Once you start getting more specific, you're gonna like open up to become aware of far more options. It's kind of like think of it like med school. If you go to med school and you're just like doctor, and you go to med school, right? That's the general. Specific would be, let's go to residency. And then once you go and do like the derm residency, you might realize, oh my God, there's 5 different paths within dermatology. And I don't know, I'm just making this an example. Or like, oh, let me go become an OBGYN. Oh my God, there's 10 different ways I could be an OBGYN. So it's like kind of once you get more specific, you're going to become aware of like a whole new world. All right, guys, I hope these messages helped you. Lots of love. You did, Debbie. Thanks for staying. Karine, if you're still here, what's up? Hope you enjoy your weekend with your sons. And I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll be doing the High Vibe Morning Show at 11 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Bye, guys.